Hey y'all, this is Lisha, the Southern Ladybug, and I'm here to talk to you about what I've got going on in the world of cross stitch and crochet this week. I've had a finish, I've had some progress, and I have some plans, but we'll get to that in a minute. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed, who keeps coming back, who comments. I love to talk to y'all in my comments, so please leave me a comment. But thank you so much for everybody who's given a shout out and just hanging out with me. I love it. I had been watching a ton of Flosstube past week or so. I started a new book series, an audiobook series, which I've already listened to before, but it's really good and it's been a long time since I've listened to it, so I'm going back to it. And it's the At Home in Mitford series by Jan Karen. Talks about a country parson named Father Tim and his neighbor Cynthia that get married. So it's a fun series, and it's several books in that series, and I've got to number 3 and got to figure out how to get the 4th one downloaded off my computer onto my phone so I can take it with me and listen wherever. But I hadn't figured out, well, it's not that I can't do it, I just haven't sat down and done it. It's going to take a minute, but I just hadn't done that yet. So I've been watching a little bit of Flosstube trying to get caught up, but I'm so far behind. But that's okay. I just watch it at lunch and whenever I can. So, first thing on the agenda is I have a finish and a fully finish all in one. That's about it. Let's talk about the crochet first. At the end of the video, there'll be a couple of clips of some other Cuddle Buddies that I finished. I do a little quick clip just to show you because I finish it usually, 10 o'clock at night, and then take it to whoever it belongs to the next day. So some mornings I try to shoot just a quick 2-minute clip to show you what it looks like and how it turned out. And I'll put those two at the end of the video. But I had one that I finished last night and thought I would go ahead and show you now. Let's get the crochet out of the way, and then we can talk nothing but cross stitch because I got a lot to talk about. This is a monkey. This is the first time I've done a monkey, and he turned out pretty good. I don't know, he's probably my least favorite, but he's okay. He's cute. And he's sweet. Same as the others, soft and cuddly. But that's the first monkey I've done. I don't show y'all everything because a lot of them are repeats. I'm not going to show you every unicorn and horse and cow that I do, but I figured out that I need to start recording how many of each pattern I do. I hadn't been doing that. I'm gonna go back and look and see just how many unicorns and horses I've done and cows, and those are probably the most popular. Okay, that's it for crochet. I did start, next up on the list are 2 more baby sharks, a blue one and another hot pink one. So I ordered the little sound boxes that go in them from Amazon. They're like 16 bucks. And I got it, one of them recorded last night so I could try it out and make sure everything worked. But you just press the little button and he plays. Okay, I won't get y'all started on that. You don't, because when I finish the Cuddle Buddies, I'm going to show it to you again. So I won't get you started on Baby Shark today. But those are ready to go. And the Baby Sharks don't take very long to whip up. So I'm going to start that today, and hopefully I can get those done by the weekend and get them off my list. And I'm scared to say it, but I think I might see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. It's very dim and still far away, but I'm getting closer to being caught up on my Cuddle Buddies. And then I'll have more time for cross stitch. Yay. Okay, so my cross stitch finish. Y'all know that I finished, I showed y'all this last time, the St. Nicholas Cathedral on my Christmas village. Finished that. So pretty and sparkly. Love it. And so what I wanted to do, that's going to be a series of 5. And so I wanted to, when I finish a building, store, or whatever, I'm going to jump in and do something else, because this is going to take a little bit. So I thought, well, I can intersperse another pattern in between them, because I only like to work on one thing at a time. So I tried to pick something kind of quick and easy. So I worked on more chocolate bunnies. Maybe I had this started last time I did a video, but I finished it and mounted it. I changed all the colors because I wanted to use my Victorian motto. I've been collecting them for a little while. Victorian motto sampler threads. You can get those on her website. It's actually a blog. Victorian motto sampler. Just Google that and you can go there and look at her thread or get her threads. And they're really nice to work with. They're so soft and silky, but I wanted to use them. The bunnies are just DMC 3371. The red letters are Vampire Red. And I don't remember what the purples are. So I did it as the pattern calls, and just did the light purple, and it, you know, called for leaving the more unworked. Well, the purple that I picked, you couldn't see what it said very well. The fabric color didn't show through very good, so I just went back in with a darker purple and filled that in. And then I messed up on the picking the colors. I kind of went back and forth with my carrot colors and changed my mind, and then got them backwards. This is supposed to be a lighter orange as the main color, and so I didn't notice that I did that until the second one was done, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just alternate them. Dark light, dark light. But I wasn't about to pull that carrot out. I don't pull stuff out if I can help it. And I'm certainly not going to pull out a whole carrot. We're going to roll with it. So they're all dark carrots now. And I put little pom-poms, tiny pom-poms on their butts. How cute is that? And I glued them on with tacky glue. It's fine. And then I just used some, made some cording out of one of the DMC variegated colors. I don't remember what color. I don't know. And I had to buy a fabric. Didn't have anything that would go with it. Had a hard time coming up with fabric. Took me forever. I'm not very good at picking colors and deciding what goes with what. But I'm pleased with this. And a ribbon. Tacky little bow that I'm not very good at tying bows either. But I'll hang that on the wall, I guess. Or somewhere. It turned out cute. I am pleased with it. So that's a market finish. What? I've never done that before. Actually bought something and stitched it pretty quick. All right, so next up this is what I've been working on. Next up in the Christmas Village series is the Apothecary. That's what I decided to do next. And these are the Mill Hill button and bead kits. Apothecary. And that's all I got done. I wasn't real sure how close to get the buildings. Now looking at it on the screen, I don't think I got them close enough. But I ain't pulling it out, so they all going to be, I think I did 5 stitches between them, because there's a piece that comes out. This comes out a little bit further. The bar that holds that sign comes out a little bit. So I went by that, and I tried to line up the bottom of the stairs with the bottom of these stairs that'll be over here. That was my low point. And then I counted over from the furthest out tree point to start all this. It's going to be pretty. It's going pretty fast. That church was heavily beaded. And this one's not not quite so much. So hopefully that'll go a little bit quicker. They all have these trees sticking out behind them. The church had one coming out the middle of it, and I skipped that, at least for now. And I'm not putting all the snow around the edges. I'm skipping that for now too. When I get done and everything placed, I may go back and maybe if I think that this needs to be filled in to close the gap or something like that, maybe I'll do it. But for now, I don't think it really added a whole lot. So I skipped it. May not need it. But that's it. That's how it's looking so far. Pretty pretty. I love that. Okay. That's all that I have worked on. So now I have some plans. Jennifer, I hope you're sitting down. Hey, bud. What you doing? Good morning. This is Sam. This is my Great Dane. He's an old man now. He's about 8, maybe, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. He was a rescue pup. All right. Jennifer, I hope you're sitting down because I'm about to rock your world. I am participating in Stitch Mania this year. There, I said it. Yep, gonna do it. So I've spent the... I can't believe I'm doing this. And I'm really not... Okay, I'm gonna clarify that. I'm really not participating per se. But what I did decide is after doing the chocolate bunnies, I almost screwed up and didn't have enough extra fabric to finish this and do anything with it. I was doing it in a hurry. I wanted to start something really fast. And so I got my fabric and I measured and I measured twice and I added and I measured again and made sure. And then I still got it wrong. And then I still got, this looks fine, but it's not it's not the distance that I was planning to do. So I cut this board the wrong size, these boards the wrong size, because I was in a hurry. So what I decided to do, me and Bridget had talked about this before, is when I get ready to do a project, I want to start it now. And I want to pick it up and start it. So when I get finished with the apothecary, I want something ready to go. And I don't want to have to pull all my thread and make sure I have all my fabric and make sure I have all the supplies, because a lot of the stuff I have has beads in it. So I want to make sure that I have all my beads and specialty thread and Krynic and all that ready to go. And by the time I get to where I can stitch, I'm like, well, I'm kind of over it now, so I don't want to do it anymore. So I decided that I will participate in Stitch Mania and I will start 19 projects and I will take my time, and I will, even if it's only 10 stitches, at least I've got everything together. I know where to start. I know I have enough fabric for the project and to finish. I'm going to take my time, make sure I measure properly and cut properly, and go from there. So then when I get done with something, I can just pick a bag and go. I'm not going to have these in a whip rotation of any kind. I'm not going to be stitching on these regularly. They will simply be started. I am not considering them whips until I get it out and actually start working on it. So here we go. I picked 19. I thought that was a good number, good round number. I don't have 30 projects to do. I actually had to dig and hunt and find a couple of things because I didn't have anything that really tickled my fancy and really wanted to do soon or right away. So this is what I got. Number 1. I'm going to lose count, so I'm not counting. Little House Needleworks, Home of the Needleworker Squared. This was a market release, so I thought I would do that. That's going to be a quickie, and that'll be a good intermediate project between houses. So I got came with the thread, Classic Colorworks, and I found a piece of linen that I think will work fine. Hands-On Design Scary Apothecary, Broomstick Fuel, Bat Balm, and Bitter Brew. Those, I guess, actually 3 starts, but I'm counting them as 1 because I'm going to cut all the pieces. I just have a piece of white linen. I have no idea what it is. I don't know why I have such a big piece, but hopefully it will be enough for all of them. I don't even know what size it is. 28 or 32. I don't know. We'll see how big they are. But I've got the thread pack, chronic thread pack, ready to go. How many of these is there going to be? I know she just said that the next 3 are coming out in May, but I can't remember how many total it was. 9 or 12? I hope I have enough fabric. Surely my LNS, Jen Stitching Niche, can get me some more fabric if I need it. She's awesome. She'll get me anything I need. I found this pretty Nora Corbett Pixie Azalea. And I just kind of liked her. I've only done one other Pixie Tiger Lily I did years ago. And this one I just kind of liked it. There's some others that I like and I may get. And I think I'm going to do her on this piece of Silk Weaver Solo. I try so hard to go through my stash and use what I've got. And I kind of decided, you know, I was in the Silk Weaver Fabric of the Month Club for a long time and finally got out of it because I just started getting the same colors. I have a ton of blue and purple. So I stopped getting it. But then I said, well, I am using in my stash. I want to use the fabric in my stash. I want to use the fabric in my stash. But I don't always have the fabric I need in my stash. And so now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should get back into a Fabric of the Month Club so that I will have stuff for times like this when I want to get started on something right away. I don't want to have to go find fabric. But this is the fabric. It's kind of a pinky purple, got some blue in it. You can't really tell, but it's there. It'll be pretty. I've got to go through this weekend. I'm going to sit and make sure that I have all the beads and stuff. I do for most of the things that I've got going on, but this is a new one that I pulled out to do, so I don't have all the beads for that. But I'm not going to go just buy them because they may be in another project. I printed out a Mill Hill inventory list last night, and I'm going to go through that and see what kind of Mill Hill beads that I have and what I still need. I got a lot. Next up, the Blue Flower Quilting Bee. Another market release this year. That's so pretty. Gosh, I've been wanting to do that. And I picked this old piece of Witchelt 28 count. Maybe it's Water Lily. I don't know. It's got an abbreviated name. It's just kind of a light green. I think I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to do it all in the DMC conversion, but I did pick a couple of my Victorian motto for a couple of the colors, so I can use those. This is for the wings. I think that'll be pretty, because I ain't down with doing 2 colors of DMC for that, to make it look variegated. I'll do that. Next up is my Let Freedom Ring by Lila Studio. Y'all know I started this and I did all this up in the top corner. I didn't like the fabric. I didn't like where I started. I didn't like how I was stitching it, so I scrapped it. And I'm going to restart it. Start it in the middle like I always do on a piece of Tiramisu by Under the Sea Fabrics. It looks kind of parchment-y, kind of old. I think that'll be perfect. And I'm not I'm not writing down any of these and starting anything on a certain day. Every day I'm just going to pick one, because all I'm going to do is measure my fabric again. And I've already done that once. And a lot of these I've already serged the edges so they don't fray. But I'm going to just check it one more time and then go ahead and get started. Find my starting point, put a few stitches in, mark my top so I know what's up and down. I always put when I'm starting something, I always put just a little piece of, run a little piece of thread through the top corner so that I know that that's up and can find it later. Because when you have just a few stitches in, sometimes you don't know what's up or down or which way it's to turn. So that's how I keep up with what's up and down. Next up is the Less is More series by Lizzie Kate. And I have no idea what order these go in, but Fear Less, Hope More, Hate Less, Love More, Whine Less, Breathe More, Talk Less, Say More. And I think I want to do those as, instead of doing it, that's what it looks like all together in a line, you know, like her other things that she has. There we go, it's focused. I don't think I'm going to do it like that. I think I'm going to do them all 4 separate and just maybe hang 4 squares next to each other. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? This is an old piece of Bo Peep Pink. I have no idea. Maybe Lakeside Linens, the back of this. That's an old one. I don't know. It's very old. Back when Shakespeare's Peddler had a brick and mortar shop here in Hattiesburg, I got that from her. But it's pretty. It's just a very pale pink. I think that'll be pretty. From Mustache. I love using stuff from Mustache. And some of these things y'all have already seen, but we're going to make it happen this year. There ain't no way I'm getting all these done, but they're going to be started and ready. So I probably won't participate in next year's Maynia because I'll still have these all ready to go. But if I need to start something, that's what I'll do next year. Glendon Place, Woodland Wonder. Oh, I've had this for a while and been wanting to do it. I just have not gotten to it yet. That's probably going to be pretty high on the list this year to get done. So many things. Gary from Sunshine Stitchers has done this one. He had it hanging on his wall, one of the videos, and I just loved it. I'm going to do it on a blue opalescent. This is Whimsical Winter 32 count by Under the Sea Fabric. This is also Whimsical Winter. One's blue, one's green. That's okay. It's still beautiful. I love Leslie's fabrics. They're so pretty and they work up so well. Love her stuff. This is another one that I want to get to pretty quick, and it's going to take forever. So this may be one of those projects I kind of do part of it, get a good section done, and then move on to something else and come back to it, because it's going to take a long time. But I just love this so very much. Ink Circles, Dog's Declaration, Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Squirrels. That just makes me so happy. There's all kinds of dogs and squirrels and birds all over the place. And this is just too funny. I just love that so much. And I made sure at Market to go get the thread pack for that. So these are going to be beautiful Valdani threads. I've never worked with these before. They feel really nice, and look at those colors. And this is also Tiramisu from Under the Sea Fabric. It's kind of a pinky peachy parchmenty color. And I got the 36 count for this. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty tiny. Maybe I can do it. The weirdest thing, I wear contacts because I can't see far off. And so then I can't see very well up close with my contacts in. So I have some little cheaters that everybody has. But I've always been able to see better with my glasses than my contacts. So if I put my glasses on, I can see a little bit better up close. But if I take my dang glasses and contacts out, I can see perfectly well these little holes and do so much better. So when I'm sitting stitch at night, I take the contacts out and just sit here and stitch. And I can't see anything far away, so I have to have my glasses close by. But that's so frustrating. But I can see just fine without the help of my contacts. They make it worse. Next one in the pile is another Nora Corbett, the Emerald Dragonfly. Isn't she pretty? It's got just a few beads on it. Not too much. A couple treasures. Picked this from my stash. Purple. Won't that be pretty? I think that's big enough. I'll measure again and make sure, but I think I have enough for that. I don't think I have the Krynic. No, it doesn't take any. Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of Krynic. Ooh, that sucker's mostly in Krynic. I may not have all that. I may have to order some stuff. But I'm sure I can at least get it started. There's a few stitches that I have at least some of the threads for that I can get it started. Playing with jacks. Sorry about that. I'm not taking these out of the package. Y'all have seen all these. This is nothing new. Playing with jacks, and I got I'm gonna do it on this kind of sagey green. Kind of looks blue. It's green, but I thought that'd be pretty. I had pulled all the thread for it at one time, and that'll look really nice. And I think I'm going to do, I know there's an alternate pumpkin for the middle, and I think I'm going to do the alternate version of that instead of the jack-o'-lantern, so he can stay up, they can stay up all fall time. I need to take that to Jen. I've already figured out that I need some Gentle Art thread spring grass for my Glendon Place eggs all around. I need the thread, the Gentle Art variegated for all the leaves around. That's really pretty. I think I'm going to do that. I got to tell Jen, see if she has that. Lots of beads. It's going to be so pretty. And I just got a piece of, now this is white. That's why I have that big piece of white. That's what I bought that for. I don't know who it's by. Doesn't matter. It's white. Had my sticky note. I got to tell Jen about that. I've had this one for a while, and I think I need to start it. Raven, another Mirabilia. But I'm just going to do her. I'm not doing all this around because I don't understand it. I don't understand what she's standing on, where she is. These look like steps, but I don't know. I don't like all that stuff. So I'm just going to do her and the birds and see how it looks. And if I think I need to go back and do the other parts, then I will, but probably not on some gray fabric. Don't know what that is either. Okay, almost done. I got to go to work. This work thing is really getting in the way of my progress. Jen gave me this. I've shown it before. It's an autumn bead and button kit by Mill Hill. What's it called? Broom Sale. Just a cute little fun quickie. there's really not a whole lot of stitching to it. All that brown is open in there. So I'm going to do it on purple. Why not? Won't that be pretty and fun? But it's got everything. It's got the beads. I've got the beads separated out. I have these little organizers that I keep for my Mill Hill kits and separate out all the beads. That is the worst job ever. I have not done the floss. It's still... I hate that. Kit designers, can't y'all separate it for us? Why is that so hard? Country Cottage Needleworks Ornamental Joy. I just think that's pretty. But I'm going to do something crazy, and I don't know if it's going to work, and it may not. But I kind of wanted to do it on this dark, dark green fabric that I've had in my stash forever. But I got to change. I got to really change some stuff up. Like I wanted to make that O in the middle gold Krynic, but I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with all the other green in there. I think if I do some just brighter green Krynic, different colors, that it'll show up okay and not look, I don't know. This may be a bad idea. That may be a bad idea. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I try to get all creative and change stuff, fabric and thread. Then I get in trouble. Cricut collection, October. I'm loving it. A lot of people are doing these, and I am loving them. All the different months or seasons or holidays or whatever. So this is the first one that I've got my hands on just because I saw it first. That's why I bought that one. There's several others that I want to do, but the brown, I don't like the color. This is all just too brown. Just too brown for me. So I picked this color. I think it's Nessie by Under the Sea Fabric. I thought that might be kind of cool with all those brown colors. And then I had this in my stash, which is that I'm going to do the letters in, Silken Colors, Thread Gatherer, Autumn Honey. And I think that'll be pretty for the letters. It's a nice variegated color. I should have, I hope I have enough. Probably can't get that again. I need to check and make sure in case I don't have enough, because that would be bad. Get halfway through that and run out and decide you can't get that anymore. I would have a meltdown. Cottage Garden series. Cottage Garden samplings. The Songbird Garden series. I'm going to try this one first. Faith. I just love the blues. And I'm going to try it over one. Already talked about that. Boat Ray of Light. 32 count. It's just a pretty yellow. And then I found these. I haven't picked all the colors for them yet, but I found these that in my stash that Teresa Kitten Stitcher gave me. Some Krynic silk. But I thought these blues and grays were really pretty for that. I think I can make those work. I've not stitched with silk, so that'll be something new. I think it'll be kind of fun. This isn't part of it. I only had 16 available project bags. So I was going to stop at that. So I had to scrounge. The other project bags I have are currently occupied by other things, but I don't think I'm going to be able to start them. Like one is my chatelaine that I got last year at Market. It's just a mini. It's a mini mandala. And I haven't taken the time to figure out what thread I need and how much and all that. So just the other day, I decided I would just order the kit from European Cross Stitch Company. I doubt it'll come in in time to start that. But if it does come in, I am going to start it. And I also ordered the kit for my butterfly lace mandala chatelaine that I got this year at market. And that probably won't come in either. If it does, I'm going to start that too, because I can't wait. So I had to dig to find some project bags and try to decide what else I was going to do. This is Happy Turkey by Sandra Cozzolino. I don't know where I got this, but I think he's funny. Make a turkey happy, eat your veggies. I just think he's fun. And he's not very big, so I'm just going to do it on a piece of natural color linen. Out of my stash. I'm all about my stash. But I'm thinking I need to get, I don't know, you know, your fabric and your threads can just overwhelm you and get out of hand. So you just stop buying stuff. At least I try to. But then I don't have what I need when I want it, when I need it. And that's frustrating. I've had this forever and actually already had the fabric in there and everything. I don't know why I haven't started it. Little House Needleworks. May your unfailing love be my comfort. I've done a couple of other of these and made into pin keeps around. And it comes with the thread. Classic Colorworks. No, who is it? Crescent Colors. Is that Classic Colorworks now? I don't know. Somebody changed their name. But it comes with all these pretty colors. And I had a piece of fabric already ready to go. Got a needle in it too. This one's ready. So I'm going to start that one and get that done. That'll be a super quick one that I can do in between Christmas Village pieces. And then I was down to the last one, 19. What else can I do? So I really actually had a hard time finding something else. I went through I have all my stuff in this filing cabinet, all my patterns, and I went through that and nothing really tickled my fancy. I have all these other Cottage Garden sampling bird series, but I want to make sure that the over one is going to work before I think about starting the rest of these. I'm going to do that one and see if that works first. So, and then I got the brilliant idea. I was looking through all my stuff and couldn't find anything. I was like, well, what about all those magazines I have? I have been subscribing to Cross Stitch magazine, just cross stitch forever, and I don't think I have ever stitched anything out of one of these magazines except maybe the Christmas issues and the Halloween issues. Never. So I'm gonna do this one. This one came just fairly recently. It's this past year or this year, and I like that. It's specialty stitches, and I just like the look of it. I've done some things similar to this in the past. So I thought, well, I'll just do that out of a magazine. How about that? And I have the very fabric that it called for. A Zweigert 22 count hard anger. Ready to go. But I've had this for 20 years at least. I used to work at Michael's, and Bridget and I would get all. That was 20 years ago. That, my friends, is my Maynia plans. Look at me participating in the Stitch Mania. I don't know. It may not. I may give up. I may not do that. I don't know how I'm gonna like that. It's gonna make me a little nervous just knowing that all those are up there on my shelf waiting for me. But like I said, I'm not calling them whips. They're just going to be started so that when I'm ready to actually work on them, they are ready to go. Because I don't like having to get all my stuff together. And when I'm excited about something, I want to just start it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my Maynia plans. That is all I have for this edition. Y'all have a great day. I got to go to work now. Happy stitching. And I'll see y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all. This is my super quick Cuddle Buddy update. crochet update. I have 2 that I've got to deliver today. I delivered 2 yesterday, a horse and a unicorn, but y'all have already seen the unicorn a million times. I've done that one so many times. So I had another horse and a giraffe to deliver today, so I thought I'd show you that so you get a sneak peek at the horse. It turned out really cute. The horse and the unicorn, all the same pattern, so I've done that one so many times. This one just doesn't have a horn on it. But I wanted to show y'all how I deliver my stuff. I have these just white craft bags and just put a sticker on it. It's nothing fancy, but that's my logo with a little sticker. I found on Etsy, I could buy the basic design and then I added the SLB in the middle. But I bought a whole set that all looked the same. It was an Etsy banner, a Facebook banner, profile picture size. She had them all sized out for different things, and I use those in my Etsy shop. So everything looks nice and pretty and cohesive, and on my Facebook page too. But I made stickers, which I use my Cricut for. I'll show y'all how I do that. I have big ones and little ones. I enlarged it to make a big one like you saw on the bag. But I get these full sheets of sticker paper and then just have my Cricut cut it out. It's a little bit wasteful, but it's super easy. It prints and then cuts it, and I have it. It's like, here's the small sheet. I could get a whole nother roll of labels on here if Cricut wasn't so stingy and had to have room to read it. But I was unable to, they're supposed to be sized for the ready-made Avery round labels, but I never could get those to line up just right. I couldn't get the color to come all the way out on all the edges. I couldn't figure it out. So this is better for me, less stressful. It looks nicer, even though it's a little bit of waste. I got a pretty good deal on the sticker paper, so it's okay. Not like I'm going through these all wild, but it works really well. Print and cut on the Cricut, and I get to use my Cricut for something other than a shelf display. Y'all don't have those, do you? Mm-mm. All right, so here's the horsey. It was a peanut at one time, remember? And his little horseshoes. It's just a top stitch around. His fluffy little tail and a mane. Those cute little ears. Ain't he sweet? That's the horsey. So the unicorn is exactly the same. Different colors. I don't do the hoof part because I do a different color on the flat part, then a different color pink here, and then the body color up here. And I do the hair, you know, a bright pink different color, and then a horn on the top, which I had to make up. I couldn't find a horn pattern anywhere, and I wasn't going to buy a whole unicorn pattern when this is a unicorn that just needs a horn. So I made it up, and it works just fine. The first one, I should have saved it, but the very first horn prototype that I had, it was so very long. I got a kick out of with a friend at work. I mean, it stuck way up, but the one I came up with is just right. I get into things and don't realize they're not working until it's too late to turn back. And so I just finished it and said, well, let me look. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it'll work. And I got it on there and set it on the head, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. So I figured out how to cut it back a little bit and take out some of the rows in some places, and it turned out fine. But that's the horsey. And I did the hair a little bit different. This is not how the pattern shows it. All this is a chain stitch all the way around and then slip stitched back into the end. I hate slip stitching or crocheting into my foundation chain. I hate that with a passion. It's hard, and so I avoid it when I can. I do a starting foundation chain or whatever it's called, where you don't really have to do that when I can, but I usually have to. But I figured out how to do his hair like that, and I think it's super cute. It's just fine, and I don't have to crochet back into the chain. That dang octopus that I have to do that a lot, but I have to get over that because there's no other way around that. So the other thing I have to deliver today is a giraffe. Isn't he sweet? He's got spots everywhere, and he's big and long. He's a little top heavy. He's got a long neck. All these Cuddle Buddies are basically the same body pattern and arm and leg pattern. This guy's just got a little bit longer neck, and then they all have their own little extras to make them original. Those little nostrils. So sweet. Everybody needs a Cuddle Buddy. Everybody at work just goes crazy for them, and they try to find an excuse to to buy one for themselves, but they don't usually do. They're like, well, I'll get it for a kid, but I like it myself. So that's it. I'll be back later with a stitching update. Next on the crochet list is an avocado pillow. Why not? So, like I said, I don't ask questions. If you got the money, I got the time, and I'll make whatever you want to if I can find a pattern. And what's even more impressive is that there actually is a pattern for that. So I'm gonna make it. It should be really really quick, so hopefully I'll get that done and can show y'all that too before the next update. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Bye. Cuddle Buddy update number 2. I just did one yesterday to show y'all the giraffe and the horse I did, but I went ahead and started on the next one in line, which was an avocado pillow. And it only took me like 2 hours to make this thing. It was so easy. So I got it done yesterday at work at lunch, and whenever I had downtime, and then put it together last night. It went really fast. But it's not as big as I wanted it to be. It's an avocado. I don't know why anybody would want one of these. And then even more puzzling is why anybody made a pattern for it. But I'm glad they did, because I don't like to write patterns. I need to learn how to do that though. That's where the money is apparently. But I'm gonna have to redo it. It's not near as big as I wanted it and thought it would be. The pattern was written for, it's from Angie's Crochet Corner on Etsy. I think she's on Ravelry too. And the pattern's written for just regular worsted weight yarn, and the size was supposed to be 11.5 inches. Well, that's about what this is. And I used the big fluffy yarn that I use for all the Cuddle Buddies and a much larger hook, and he's still only this tall. I wanted him a lot bigger and wider. So I think that I'm just going to go ahead and give this to my friend that wanted it, and I'm going to go ahead and basically rewrite the pattern like I did for the baby shark, and just increase everything. I don't think I'm going to double it. That might be too much, but I will make him fatter and a little bit longer, and his pit not quite so protruding. From back here, he looks like he has fangs. So maybe this will be a good vampire avocado. Is there such a thing? But he turned out cute anyway, and he's soft and squishy and would be a good little small Cuddle Buddy for anybody who needs an avocado. Why not? But that's it. I'm going to take that in today, and if I do a bigger one, I'll let y'all know. Y'all have a great day. Bye.